Imagine this, a united East Africa stretching from the shores of the Indian Ocean across the vast savannas of Kenya and Tanzania, up into the lush mountains of Rwanda and Burundi, and deep into the Congo rainforest. Borders blur, economies blend, and a shared vision for prosperity pulls everyone forward. This isn't just some far-off fantasy, it's the future envisioned by the East African Federation, a bold step toward regional unity and a new chapter in Africa's story of self-determination. The East African Federation could reshape not only the map, but also the lives of over 300 million people across the region. The idea of a united East Africa isn't new. It actually goes back to the colonial era, when the founding countries shared a common currency under British rule. In 1920, a British colonial secretary, Leo Amery, proposed a white-ruled East African dominion consisting of Kenya, Uganda, and Tanganyika. That didn't materialize, but the seeds of unity were planted. After independence in the 1960s, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania came together to form the East African Community, EAC, in 1967, driven by the belief that working together would strengthen their economies and political ties. But internal differences and national pride led to the collapse of the EAC in 1977. Fast forward to 2000, and the EAC was revived with new energy. Today, the EAC is headquartered in Arusha, Tanzania, a symbolic choice since Arusha is known as the Geneva of Africa, due to its role in hosting important regional institutions. The region's vision? To form the East African Federation, a political and economic union that could create one sovereign state. This is more than just a trading bloc. It's a shot at creating a regional powerhouse with a combined GDP of over $243 billion, making it one of the largest economic forces in Africa. These figures might not seem impressive yet, but every one of these countries has untapped potential. With the right leadership and governance, the transformation could be huge. Why is this so important? A united East Africa would mean not only a larger economic market, but also shared resources, stronger political leverage, and improved infrastructure. Think about it. A combined population of over 300 million people represents a lot of potential for trade, investment, and growth. And the region isn't short on resources. The idea isn't just economic. The vision for the Federation includes political unity, with plans to eventually have a common currency and a single federal government. If all goes as planned, this could catapult East Africa onto the global stage as a significant political and economic player. And this transformation wouldn't just be felt regionally. It could position East Africa as a leader in Pan-Africanism, a movement that seeks unity and progress for the entire continent. Despite the challenges, the EAC has already made major strides. The customs union has boosted regional trade, and the creation of a common market is helping to integrate the economies of member states. Major infrastructure projects, like the standard gauge railway connecting Kenya and Uganda, are laying the foundation for greater economic cooperation. Plans are in motion to develop cross-border oil pipelines and energy grids, making it easier for goods and resources to flow between nations. Nairobi, Kenya, is emerging as a tech hub, leading the region's push into innovation, while Tanzania's economy is fueled by tourism and natural gas production. The region's leaders are working towards introducing a common currency, which would simplify transactions across borders and reduce the reliance on foreign currencies like the US dollar. This currency would follow the success of the euro in the European Union, providing a foundation for deeper economic integration and creating a more attractive business environment for global investors. However, the road to unity is anything but smooth. The recent inclusion of the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, and Somalia has added new layers of complexity. While these countries bring immense potential in terms of resources and strategic location, they also come with significant challenges. Somalia, for instance, is still grappling with political instability and security concerns. Its long history of conflict raises questions about whether it's ready to join such a union and if its issues could spread instability within the bloc. The DRC's entry has been controversial. Former DRC Foreign Minister Raymond Tshibanda has criticized the move, calling it reckless. He argues that the DRC could lose more than it gains, especially given its rocky relationship with Rwanda, a founding member of the EAC. Rwanda has been accused of exploiting the DRC's resources and even supporting rebel groups within its borders. The EAC did try to intervene by deploying regional troops to stabilize the situation, but their mandate to remain neutral limited their effectiveness. Frustrated, the DRC turned to the Southern African Development Community, SADC, which responded by deploying 5,000 troops to help restore peace. This decision to seek assistance outside the EAC has dealt a blow to the bloc's credibility and raised doubts about its ability to manage regional conflicts. Another significant challenge is public opinion. While some people across the region are excited about the idea of a federation, others are more skeptical. Some fear that merging their countries will mean losing their national identity or political sovereignty. How do you unify nations with vastly different political systems, cultures, and governance structures? Plus, the logistical challenges of harmonizing laws. Integrating infrastructure and establishing a common currency are massive. And there's the question of leadership. How will power be shared between countries like Kenya, which has a relatively strong economy, and smaller, less stable nations like Burundi or South Sudan? Imagine an East Africa where you can travel freely across borders, use the same currency, and enjoy the benefits of a unified economy. Picture a region that is a magnet for investment, innovation, and sustainable development. The possibilities are endless, but it's going to take time, compromise, and the will of the people to make this vision a reality. The dream of unity is within reach, but it's not guaranteed. Will East Africa rise as one, or will the differences be too great to overcome? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain: the path forward is one worth pursuing.